Hello? Hello? Hello. Let me refresh the tab. Hello? Hello. Yes, we're back. Yay, we're back. It's working. Yep. Okay. Time to read that paragraph again. The two potential witnesses plan to present to the committee allegations about how these demonstrations were funded and to detail communications between organizers and the White House. According to both sources, members of Trump's administration and former members of his campaign team were involved in the planning. Both describe Katrina Pearson, who worked for Trump's campaign in 2016 and 2020, as a key liaison between the organizers of protests against the election and the White House. Katrina was like our go-to girl, the organizer says. She was like our primary advocate. Pearson says, let me pour myself the last of this kombucha. Got the booch. Both sources also describe Trump's White House chief of staff, Mark Meadows, as someone who played a major role in the conversations surrounding the protests on January 6th. Among other things, they both say concerns were raised to Meadows about Alexander's protest at the Capitol and the potential that it could spark violence. Meadows was subpoenaed by the committee last month as part of a group of 4 people with close ties to the former president who were working in or had communications with the White House on or in the days leading up to the January 6th insurrection. Amogus. Meadows was 100% made aware of what was going on, says the organizer. He's also like a regular figure in these really tiny groups of national organizers. A separate third source, who has also communicated with the committee and was involved in the Ellipse rally, says Kylie Kremer, one of the key organizers at the event, boasted that she was going to meet with Meadows at the White House ahead of the rally. The committee has been provided with that information. Kremer did not respond to a request for comment. Both the organizer and the planner said Alexander initially agreed he would not hold his wild protest at the Capitol and that the Ellipse would be the only major demonstration. When Alexander seemed to be ignoring that arrangement, both claim worries were brought to Meadows. Despite making a deal, they plowed forward with their own thing at the Capitol on January 6th anyways. We ended up escalating that to everybody we could, including Meadows. Our representative for Meadows did not respond to requests for comment. Along with making plans for January 6th, the sources say the members of Congress who were involved solicited supposed proof of election fraud from them. Challenging electoral certification requires the support of a member of the Senate. While more than 100 Republican members of the House ultimately objected to the Electoral College count that formalized Trump's loss, only a handful of senators backed the effort. According to the sources, the members of Congress and their staff advised them to hold rallies in specific states. The organizer says locations were chosen to put pressure on key senators that we considered to be persuadable. We had also been coordinating with some of our congressional contacts on, what would be presented after the individual objections, and our expectation was that that was the day the storm was going to arrive, the organizer says, adding, it was supposed to be the best evidence that they had been secretly gathering. Everyone was going to stay at the Ellipse throughout the congressional thing. Heading into January 6th, both sources say, the plan they had discussed with other organizers, Trump allies, and members of Congress was a rally that would solely take place at the Ellipse, where speakers... This is like the classic stop the steal copium shit. Oh, don't worry, we have proof. We have big proof coming, guys. The storm is arriving. Anyways. And it was a rally that would solely take place at the Ellipse, where speakers, including the former president, would present evidence about issues with the election. This demonstration would take place in conjunction with objections that are being made by Trump allies during the certification on the House floor that day. It was in a variety of calls, some with Gozar and Gozar's team, some with Marjorie Taylor Greene and her team, Mo Brooks. The Capitol was never in play. A senior staffer for a Republican member of Congress, who was also granted anonymity to discuss the ongoing investigation, similarly says they believed the events would only involve supporting objections on the House floor. The staffer says their member was engaged in planning that was specifically and fully above board. A whole host of people let this go a totally different way, the senior Republican staffer says. They fucked it up for a lot of people who are planning to present evidence on the House floor. We were pissed off at everything that happened. The two sources claim there were early concerns about Alexander's event. They had seen him with members of the paramilitary groups First Amendment Praetorian and the Oath Keepers in his entourage at prior pro-Trump rallies. Alexander was filmed with a reputed member of 1AP at his side at a November Stop the Steal event that took place in Georgia. The two sources also claim to have been concerned about drawing people to the area directly adjacent to the Capitol on January 6th, given the anger among Trump supporters about the electoral certification that was underway that day. They knew that they weren't there to sing Kumbaya and put up a peace sign, the planner says. These freaking people were angry. Yep. And then you listen to the language Trump used on that day. It was not innocuous. This was such an obvious result, all things considered. Yeah, don't know what else to say. Interesting article, though. Very interesting on the aspect where you've got the all those whatchamacallit. The aspect where you've got all those people being involved and indirectly responsible for how it went. It will be very interesting to see how that plays out in the investigation. I feel like everything you need to know about Donald Trump as a man and a president is at the end of his speech when he said, "And when we march to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, we're going to get them to overturn this election." And he immediately went back to the White House to watch the news. Yeah, that is pretty classic Trump. Classic Trump, for sure. Don't know what people expected from that, honestly. The thing I'm wondering about is how much plausible deniability is going to work in the favor of the people involved in this. Because a lot of them, I can see most of them are just going to play the plausible deniability card. Hey, thanks for the like, Frank. How are you doing? Meaning they're gonna talk about how they've only been helping organize political action. They weren't at all involved in organizing riots. That wasn't their goal. You need to provide proof that they encouraged the rioting, the insurrection. No, we didn't do any insurrection. We just wanted to protest in front of the Capitol, you know? That's hard to fight. I don't really see how they're gonna be able to prosecute that. I'm doing well. How are you doing lately? Today I've been honestly a bit sick. My stomach's been hurting like crazy today. I must have eaten something bad over the weekend. Elected officials I don't expect would get caught up in this, but people like Bannon. Yeah, but obviously the problem is they obviously are implicated. It's just that as politicians they're kind of protected. Too many people would see a lawsuit or a prosecution as politically motivated instead of understanding that it goes beyond like left and right politics, that they did something really, really dangerous and serious. I don't feel like there's that understanding in the US discourse in general, that a lot of people would but Bannon isn't in the government. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Bannon. Bannon is fine. Bannon obviously is fair game, I think, for the prosecution. I'm just thinking, like, say Marjorie Taylor Greene, say they managed to nail her on some like protest organization that puts her like right next to the January 6th insurrection. They're not going to touch her. Even if there's really good proof, they can't touch a congressperson. I feel like not in the current political climate. They're gonna make articles about it. They're gonna talk about it, but they can't touch Congress people. Not without risking a fucking civil war out of the crazies. Sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, it's fine. It's just a little stomach ache. Not a big deal. I hope you're doing good too, though. Or better, I guess, rather. The fuck is this? JonTron linking stuff. Bipartisan legislators demand answers from Fauci on alleged puppy experiments. What? The White Coat Waste Project report claimed that the researchers locked the dogs in cages with hungry sandflies so that the insects could eat them alive. What? What? Fauci puppy experiments. Let's go. Let's dig into this. There would need to be like actual direct communication from her showing how to get into the Capitol or some shit, like police deployment info. Yeah, and there's no way, no one of them is dumb enough to do that. They'll all have a bare minimum of plausible deniability. I've been wanting to read into this fucking garbage to see if there's any shred of truth. Well, let's go. Let's fucking go. The Independent. Let's start off right here. Options. Reject all. Reject all. Save and exit. A group of lawmakers, including prominent members of both parties, has signed onto a letter calling on Dr. Fauci and his agency to answer questions on funding for experiments involving canine testing. Okay, so he didn't run the experiments, his agency funded them. That's already a huge distinction. That's a huge fucking distinction. The latest round of anti-vaxxer dumb shit is that Fauci allegedly did this shit, and also that the NIH admitted they paid for COVID research before the outbreak. Well, let's see about that. Reject modernity. Return to monkey. Return to Fauci. The letter, first obtained by the right-wing Daily Caller, was spearheaded by Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina and joined by some of her fellow Republicans, as well as Democrats, including Ted Lieu of California and Eleanor Holmes Norton, representative for the District of Columbia. It calls for Dr. Fauci and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases to detail the federal government's involvement in experiments that use dogs to test new drugs before they reach the market, despite, as the lawmakers note, the Food and Drug Administration clearly states that it does not require dog testing for new drugs. The letter comes on the heels of an investigation led by conservative group White Coat Waste, which highlights instances of cruelty towards animals as it advocates for a complete ban on federally funded research that involves animal testing. Okay. Look, I'm not a fan of animal testing. I don't think anyone would look at animal testing and be like, oh, this is really cool. I like it. I love torturing animals. But I'm sorry, not sorry. What else do you propose we fucking do? How else do you propose we fucking test medication? On people? You first, my buddy. Let's see those people be the first ones to line up to get tested with unknown drugs. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see them, back their shit up with actual actions. Send in Tally. Yeah, well, I don't know. Is Tally categorically against animal testing? I agree with being against animal testing for cosmetics and stuff like that, because that stuff isn't. I'm sorry, it isn't essential to our life. It's okay to make it longer or harder to test it properly. But medication, he is staunchly vegan, I know, but I I don't know. That's a hard one to defend. If you think about it rationally, it gets very hard to defend. He's pretty strongly vegan, but usually within reasonable limits if controlled for ideology. Yeah, that's my impression too. That's why I would honestly be surprised if he was against drugs, animal testing, because I struggle to see how you can properly do well, medical research without animal testing. Only animal tested shampoos I think Tally is against. I asked him about the horseshoe crabs and he was okay with it. I don't know what the horseshoe crabs is though, but yeah, and I agree with him. Like animal tested shampoos is dog shit. We don't need to we shouldn't need to test them on animals, most likely. Well, actually, we kind of don't have the choice with most things that we're gonna have to interact with, but I don't know. Plus, he mentioned the horseshoe crab blood was only used for development of COVID vaccine. He definitely would be against shit like animal testing for hair loss medication or cosmetic, but he probably accepts that animal testing for vital medicine is something we need to do. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with that alleged stance. Anyways, you can't. Okay, first off, so Fauci didn't run experiments. He funded experiments. White Coat Waste's investigation, citing documents obtained through Freedom of Information Act requests as well as others that were publicly available, found that the US government funded a series of tests on beagle puppies over the course of several years. During the experiments, the puppies were allegedly sedated and in some cases had their vocal cords removed before the researchers supposedly put their heads in cages and subjected them to bites from parasite-carrying sandflies. Okay, so they were testing anti-parasite medication. Can we even confirm that these studies happened? Probably. I think that we can probably trust this. Honestly, this doesn't seem made up. But the only sure way to check would be to make the FOIA request ourselves. Or find someone who did it themselves and that we trust. I mean, look. It sucks. It's a really shitty fucking experiment. But how else are you gonna get them to catch the parasite from flies? If that's an important part of the aspect of the experiment, then that's an important aspect of the experiment. Interesting, you'd think conservatives would have no problem with using anti-parasitic medication, true. Well, they want to test it on themselves first, that's the thing, so they don't want the puppies getting the privilege of being tested on first. The Independent has reached out to NIAID for more information about the experiments, including questions regarding whether such testing is occurring today. A White Coat Waste spokesperson told The Independent in an emailed statement that the group's investigations included documents obtained via FOIA requests, as well as some publicly available reports detailing the experiments. The letter from the members of Congress referred to one in which young dogs were given experimental vaccines before being killed and dissected. That's pretty normal. Like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but you're injecting them with a vaccine and then you're dissecting them to check what happened inside them. And once again, it sucks. It fucking sucks. But that's That's what animal testing entails. What else do you want to? How else do you want to test that shit? My seminar class had assigned readings where they removed ferret eyes after birth to see how their neural pathways changed, and then euthanized them afterwards. Like, everything follows ethical standards and has a good amount of oversight. It's impossible to get this data anywhere else, though. Yeah, like, I hate that we have to do this, but I'm gonna defend it. I'm gonna fucking defend this shit without any qualms. Animal research remains an extremely controversial topic. Proponents of the practice maintain that scientific breakthroughs on diseases including HIV are only possible thanks to such research, while animal rights groups have long argued that the practices are immoral and should be banned. Dr. Fauci's prominence on... I guess the one ideological thing here that needs to be said is I'm human first. I'm not in like a human supremacist way, just in a very simple, pragmatic way. I'm a human being. I want my interests to be put first, above those of other animals. And I'll do that unapologetically. I don't have an issue with defending that stance. And that doesn't mean you can't have compassion. That doesn't mean you shouldn't care for other beings. Absolutely not. On the contrary. But I have my priority. Name and right now. Fanatic xenophobe.
It's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them. They're different, you see. We've seen their mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. You see, aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Nice. I'm kind of, yeah. Honestly, like, not in a xenophobic way. But I want to, we need to be coexist with plenty of other living beings. But humanity is my priority. Absolutely. As a result, the NIAID director has seen himself celebrated in some liberal circles while facing relentless criticism and attacks from the right over all sorts of issues ranging from the efficacy of vaccines to the importance of social distancing and mask wearing. Oh, hey, by the way, how funny how right-wing people are now all about, you know, regulating the pharmaceutical companies. Let's see if we can fact check this real quick, but probably not. Facebook yanks Bolsonaro video claiming vaccines cause AIDS. Good. Jesus Christ, Bolsonaro's fucking insane. Small government, by the way, yeah. It sucks. Look, also, I want to say something more on this subject. Stop being hypocrites when it comes to animals. Oh my god, puppies! He did experiments on puppies! Oh no! That's terrible! Those same people aren't going to give a shit when the experiments are run on rats. They don't care if their experiments are being run on fucking insects, on monkeys, on all sorts of other stuff. BRB deer hunting season, yeah. stop discriminating between animal species. Puppies don't deserve more or less compassion than any other animal. They don't. They deserve compassion, but if they're needed for fucking medical experiments, then fucking murder them. Murder the puppies in Minecraft. Yes, kill them all. No mercy for either. End puppy eyes privilege. Just because it's cute does not mean it has the right to live. Unironically, there is a study out there about people's treatment of animals. I think it was done by the WWF. The WWF had this study, or maybe not them, but someone adjacent to that. They had this whole study that showed that people only cared about endangered species if they were cute. Like there are much more important endangered species than pandas that are like insects that are central, really important to the food chain. No one gives a shit about them because they're insects, but they're more important, scientifically speaking. But they aren't cute. I'm sure there is some arcane ethical, philosophical discussion about how dogs or animal XYZ has more consideration or deserves more consideration. By the way. Fuck bugs. Bugs are annoying as fuck. Dude, I love bugs. I have a spider in my home that I really like. I like spiders, honestly. The other day, that spider was like, yesterday when I was playing D&D, the spider was like crawling on my arm and went onto my hand, and he was like making zip lines between my fingers. It was so fucking dank. I spent like 10 minutes just looking at him crawl all around my hand and like have fun on his zip lines between my fingers. I thought it was really cool. Spider bro, yeah, exactly. He was having fun. I was all for it, you know? Exploring my body. About the ethical philosophical discussion about which animals, you can try to go into a classification for sure. And I think one of the first obvious traits you would classify by would be intelligence. In which case, why are we still testing on monkeys? Oh, by the way, monkeys are the most important thing we can test on because they're so similar to us. Oops. Like, let's be real. The only criteria they've used there is puppies are cute. That's literally everything that's going. It's the same as the fucking bullshit. Think of the kids moralizing that happens in Congress all the time. Are living beings tools if we deem them to be? Yes. And a lot of our rapport with domesticated animals has started off as tools, right? Horses, dogs, cats. Their domestication had very practical reasons. Dogs are probably more deserving of moral consideration as they fulfill multiple duties and impact our society, etc., etc. I'm not really saying this is what I believe, but I know this argument exists or debate exists around it. Yeah, but if it's fulfilling duties, then that's a case on a case by case basis. Obviously, the duty of a puppy that's being bred for medical experiments is to be experimented on. I'm sorry, like that's its duty. If that is its duty, if that's the impact it has on our society, then that is it. You know what I mean? We should only directly test drugs on humans. Wait, let me turn on. Oh yeah, stream chat is there. We should only directly test drugs on humans. It's the only way to know if things work, and testing things on animals causes unnecessary suffering. That's a stance you can defend. Honestly, you can defend that, but I would like to see you go in for testing first. If that's the stance you're defending, I would like to see you go in for testing first, and I would like to see some way of testing that doesn't just fuck over poor people. Where poor people don't become just one more like subspecies we experiment on. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I guess it's more directed at like animal cruelty. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not cruel. It is cruel from a certain perspective, but it's not cruel from the perspective of unnecessary cruelty, right? Like injecting cancer into a mouse is very cruel, but it's necessary cruelty. We still test on humans. It's just the last phase. Well, yeah, of course. But Rayhan means skipping the before tests, the before phases, testing on humans right away. Dogs are more deserving of being protected from cruelty in society because of their role as compared to like livestock that is bred to be eaten. Yeah, and then once again, like those puppies are obviously bred to be experimented on. But they, yeah. At the end of the day, the only difference is that people are emotionally attached to dogs. It's the same problem. It's the same discussion that arises when you talk about eating horse meat. Literally the same discussion. We eat the meat of so many different big mammals, but suddenly you want to eat horses, and people are like up in arms about it. And it's because they've ridden horses when they were kids. That's like literally the only reason they care about it. Like most of them aren't vegan. The thing that is weird about testing things on animals is that we have experiments that are very non-productive, and you can argue whether the action of the experiment was more harmful, negative than the results of the experiment. Yeah, that's fair. And when that happens, that should be gotten rid of. Like the ethical committees should not allow those kinds of experiments. Does horse taste good? I don't know. If I've ever eaten horse, it was not to my knowledge. The one I might have eaten a horse without knowing, because at some point there was a scandal in France where a Bulgarian meat packing company that was exporting to France was actually packing horse meat instead of cow meat in its ground beef. So it wasn't ground beef; it was ground horse meat. Here in Germany as well. Oh yeah, it's probably hit all of Western Europe, the scandal. So honestly, I don't know. Maybe I have eaten horse meat and I didn't even know about it. So like psychological experiments where we're trying to prove a hypothesis that we want to prove for humans on animals. The thing is, there's no one to get rid of those experiments. Yes, there is. There are ethical. All experiments need to are seen over by ethical committees, and they need to get funding. If they don't get funding, the experiment doesn't go through. So there are two points where an unethical experiment can be stopped, even if the researchers don't realize or don't care that it's unethical. I think having an emotional attachment to a certain type of animal is kind of a valid consideration, though. It is, well, it's valid in the sense that those people's feelings are valid. They're feeling them, so they're valid, absolutely. But it's not valid in the sense of prioritizing human existence. Or if you don't prioritize human existence, then sure. Then like if the most important thing is to treat animals on an equal level as us, that's defensible. That's honestly a defensible perspective. And if that's your perspective, then you should just fucking give up on all animal testing whatsoever. Someone hide Fossey, yeah. Horse is part of the local cuisine in some areas. City near me has a regional market that has a horse butcher. Here in France as well, there's a lot of it. I don't know, it's all very difficult to be a human being in 2021 from this perspective. Yep. What clip is that? Just so you know, it's pronounced Fauci. Fauci? Okay. Horse meat. Here in Germany as well. Oh yeah, it's probably hit all of Western Europe, the scandal. Ground beef, it was ground horse meat. Here in Germany as well. Oh yeah, it's probably hit all of Western Europe, the scandal. Ground beef, it was ground horse meat. I did not fart, what the fuck? I was just moving around on the chair. I would say it if I had farted, okay? The burp. Oh yeah, I did burp, yeah. But I don't hear it in that clip. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah. Look, all I can say, I'd rather we experiment on animals before we experiment on humans when it comes to medicine. That's like all I can say. When it comes to cosmetics, I think I'm okay with testing on humans first, or just not testing on animals. We can absolutely make cosmetics without testing on animals, and they're obviously less important. I kind of agree with the cute meme you said though. Yeah, well, people, that's a reality. Like people only care about animals that are cute. That's why this whole thing is. That's why this is a scandal, because it's puppies. Would you prefer testing on clones once the technology is available? That would be actually really interesting. I think. Yeah, because if you're creating clones, you can probably make them brain dead on if you can make if it depends on one thing. If you can make the clones brain dead on birth, if they never have any brain activity, I think I'm okay with testing on them. Sounds like Brave New World. Kind of, yeah. I get what you're saying. But in Brave New World, they never fully stunt the mental development of the people. They stunt it, but they don't make them. They stunt them to make them workers, right? So we can test on you. I think I qualify as having brain activity. Okay. Human beings are already smeared with all its history. We destroyed a fuck ton of megafaunas, so I don't think we can suddenly say, but this is moral. It's more of the same. If you're choosing to pick what living being to care for, what makes you different from the people who hunted certain animals and domesticated others? Yeah, yeah. Follow-up question. Going by this logic, would selectively breeding disabled people for testing be okay? No, it would not. That's a really easy one. Yeah, they give the deltas or whatever. They're called fetal alcohol syndrome, basically. Yep, exactly. I remember that from the book. What about culling or eradication of invasive species like iguanas or large snakes in Florida or feral hogs in Texas? I mean, that's okay. Like, when you have to cull an invasive species, that's fine. Hey, Alphonse Aberg, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but here, ALF is Animal Liberation Front. There are the dudes you see wearing black masks who break into labs to rescue animals. Fuck you, I love Mondays. Well, fuck you, I had a bad Monday today, okay? So, fuck your Monday. Hashtag lasagna. Like, if we found a genetic defect that causes you to be brain dead. No, the problem there, Gehinhyug, is that you're breeding, when you're breeding people to create brain dead clones you can like brain dead people you can experiment on, you are hurting living people. If you're creating a clone, an in vitro clone, we're talking about experimenting on human beings, okay? I hate the Antichrist. I hate the Antichrist. Okay, you're just spamming. You're getting the timeout, and if you come back after to spam, you're getting a banned. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing okay. My tummy's hurting a little bit. My tummy, I got some rumblies in my tummies, but other than that, I'm doing fine. Alphonse. All right. So our current discussion is our current discussion. Ate the pizza too fast. Our current discussion is about animal testing, and we're on speculating about the idea of creating clones that we can test medication on instead of doing animal testing. So I said I think I'm okay with creating clones to test on, as long as those clones are created without brain activity. If it's just bodies without any brain activity, I think I'm 100% fine with full testing on them. And then we don't need animal testing. If we can create clones like that, then why would we need to torture animals for that, right? I think that would actually be the most ethical solution, because we have bodies that are basically functioning just like. Hold up, shouldn't we be testing for brain activity for stuff? there are things that we wouldn't be able to test on those clones, absolutely, because the brain activity would be really important. We probably would still need to do some animal testing just because of that. Because we would need to know if drugs cause brain damage. Yes, it wouldn't be a catch-all solution. Absolutely not. But it would allow us to filter a lot of drugs away that are damaging, say, like really damaging to the liver, to other parts of the body. We could test for that without hurting a single animal or a single human being. So it would reduce a lot of the harm done with animal testing. Shouldn't we be testing like everything for brain activity? Yes, we should, and it would be tested eventually. But it would allow preliminary tests on non-active human bodies, living non-active human bodies, and that would allow for ethical, like, testing, basically. Of course, it wouldn't completely replace the other. It would never completely replace human testing. The last phase of human testing would always have to happen. And it would never replace, it probably wouldn't replace some phase of animal testing, especially like on monkeys, stuff like that. But yeah, anyways. Gehenhyo, to respond to what you're saying, it needs to be clones, because if you're breeding those brain dead individuals, then if you're breeding those brain dead individuals, then you still have a big problem that you're hurting the people who are giving birth to them. Giving birth to someone who's going to be taken away, who's been bred and is going to be taken away for testing is fucking horrible. What if the parents are cool with it? No parents are going to be cool with it. What the fuck are you talking about? What kind of parents are going to be cool with their child being made to be born brain dead and then taken away to be tested on and then murdered to be autopsied? You'd be surprised. Can we not entertain that line of thought? Come on. That's some Halo Halsey shit? Who is that? Well, I'm okay with rats being our testing pigs. I'm okay with that too. But I have to acknowledge that being able to test on brain-dead human bodies first would be a huge improvement to the ethicness of the experiments. Dr. Halsey from Halo. Oh, Dr. Halsey Halo. Who is that? I need to read up on it. I don't know the Halo lore. She created the Spartan 2 program and created Cortana. Okay. Just because your parents are cool doesn't mean other parents are down with aren't down with the kids. Why does nature require non-interference of survival of the fittest? What? No, nature doesn't require non-interference of survival of the fittest. There's no thing that's something I also constantly contest. You can't look at things that human beings do and say it's not natural. Human beings are part of nature. We're not some magical extra-natural entity. We are born from nature, and what we act is within nature as well. That's not what survival of the fittest means. He's getting mad. I'm just reading the other chat, okay? Chill. She kidnapped kids to build the super soldiers. I see. What about any violent or harmful activity towards clones? Would that be permissible? You probably know where I'm going here, like prostitution or anything exploitative. I think... no, it's not Facebook chat, it's streams chat. I think I would be against prostitution or more exploitative practices. Simply because it sets a very bad precedent on human behavior. To a certain extent, I don't have like the studies on hand, but I'm pretty sure that when you allow people to, say, like, torture a human body, enact their like really fucked up fantasies, you bring those fantasies closer to enactment on other human beings. So I think it would be demonstrably harmful to allow people to enact their fantasies in even if it's on brain-dead clones. I just typed out this whole paragraph and now Neyman is saying it. Rip. Where's the Reddit stream? I haven't set it up yet. It's complicated. It doesn't work right off the bat with the multi-streaming service. I need to do some like coding stuff to set it up correctly. By that argument, we can do anything we want with nature if we're on top of the chain, no? I mean, yeah, it's just that you're supposed to not do things that you're supposed to not. Where's the D live stream? Fuck. You're supposed to not do things that are harmful. From my perspective, the perspective that I was talking about, which was the perspective of humanity first. You're not supposed to do things that are gonna harm humanity. So, say intervening in the death rate of some animal that would then make it invasive and turn and like fuck with the food chain and harm the ecosystem. Those are things you don't want to be doing, right? That's like pretty easy to show that you don't want to be doing that. That being said, also I'm talking with chat. Tell your Twitch chat to calm the fuck down or chat with me. Yeah. Restream it to Pornhub Chatterbait. Maybe that's a whole new market. I'm pretty sure Chatterbait... wait, did Chatterbait allow video games in the end, or didn't they? I remember there was a thing where Chatterbait did not allow video games, so I don't know. They do now? Cool. I guess I gotta stream to Chatterbait now. There's no fucking way that there's I'm doing that though. Let's be real. You have to select a game from an approved list or some shit? Really? Weird. Where's the OnlyFans? Hey, that's TOS. That's TOS. I cannot promote my OnlyFans here. It's only for the real fans. That's what it is. It's in the link tree, exactly. I don't know. Why not? All the big Just Chatting streamers do it. No, they don't. Not anymore. Several people got banned from promoting their OnlyFans. I prepaid for Age of Empires 4. Am I a bad gamer? I don't know. I'm probably going to prepay for it too. I'm probably going to prepay for it so I get the Age of Empires 2, the Age of Empires 2 expansion. Stop having Mondays. I would appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, stop hating Mondays. Oh. Okay. I see we have another Monday shill in chat. Why don't you and Chow create the Monday Loving Club? What are your fans, your fan house? Ah, okay. When is Age of Empires? Is in 2 or 3 days? Somehow, I don't know how, somehow this fucker, let me, twitch.tv, day 9, somehow this fucker is streaming Age of Empires 4 right now. How the fuck can he play Age of Empires 4?
2,400? My god.
It makes no fucking sense. Who are all those people? How come they get to play? What the fuck? He asked for a code and got it? Probably. But like, oh, wait, there's like one viewer streams here. Maybe if you oh, it's rerun. Okay, there's people rerunning their Age of Empires 4 VODs. So that's something else. Oh, this is like a pre-release access. Okay, yeah, there's people with pre-release accesses. Fuck, I should have asked for one. Dude, I should have fucking asked for one. Just send the email for the code, yeah. Amaranth sends emails with her OnlyFans links and shit, I don't know. Dude, Amaranth got like banned from stream. I can't imagine she continues doing that. From my perspective, being moral with nature, and I mean humans as well, by the way.
Intelligence can be used like an octopus to suffocate and pull apart my enemy's arguments.
Thank you so much for the follow, Mayo Monkey. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the mayo? From my perspective, being moral with nature, and I mean humans as well, by the way, often clashes with survival. What makes sense to me is that humans protect the ecosystems that also make them thrive. This also means that we have to destroy/kill any part of nature that does not help us at all, which is not what we do usually. Like popping cows everywhere and destroying fauna will fuck humans in the long term. I feel like you contradict yourself there. If you say being moral with nature clashes with survival, then you're disagreeing with yourself, right? Because you just then describe a situation where being moral with nature, that means not destroying ecosystems to pop cows everywhere, hurts our survival in the long term. Or I misunderstood what you were saying. What makes sense to me is to humans, this also means that we have to destroy, kill any part of nature that does not help. We don't have to destroy, kill any part of nature that does not help us at all. Parts of nature that are neutral to us don't matter. There are streamers, you may have heard of those types. Fucks, they sound like assholes. They just give early access codes to streamers, probably, yeah. There's not many streamers too, yeah. If you'd played Back 4 Blood on Game Pass, Microsoft would have given you an early key for AoE 4. What a shame. I doubt it. If I were you, I'd play AoE 4 only for the next month to capitalize on those new viewers. This is a great way into appealing to a greater audience. Sure, but what if I enjoy the game and I keep playing it? Like, I'm probably going to enjoy the game. I hope I'm going to enjoy the game. No, I mean that popping cows everywhere does not make us thrive. Okay, so we agreed. When is the next Dota stream or Star? I'm never playing Dota again. I'm never playing Dota again, honestly. Or StarCraft, I don't know. Either streamer privilege, beta access, or illegal streaming the content. Not all betas are legal to stream. Age of Empires 4 will be dead in a month. We will see. Or illegal and straight up bootlegging private servers, like playing Classic WoW before Classic servers were released, maybe. That's a good thing. That's how Tri-Hix popped off, I think. Yeah. When did you even play? I played when the open beta was the open beta weekend was when I played Age of Empires 4. When Myro Maker came out, he grinded the fuck out of it. That's how he became a 1K streamer from like a 200 viewer streamer. Yeah, but Tri-Hix was already a speedrunner. That's one big difference though. If I start grinding, oh why no Dota? Because I played it a couple, like last week on Thursday, I think, and I fucking hated it. I did not have fun playing it. Anyways, I could hope for accomplishing that. I hope like I play Age of Empires 4 and who knows, I pop off. Who knows? That would be amazing. But the reality is, I'm not good at those games. I'm not good at RTS games. Hopefully I managed to make it entertaining. I'm like, blah, blah, memes, fun. It's fun watching me, cool, poggers. But the reality is I'm not good at those games. Tri-Hix was a fucking speedrunner. He was a god at Mario. I think if you play enough, you will be. Well, yeah, of course. If I play enough, I'll be at least decent. Honestly, most people are bad at RTS. Well, that's true. Including me. Just means you have to grind more. Play Stellaris. I don't know. Stellaris looks really fucking slow. True, you're a master of horror. You should stick your link. Dude, I love playing horror. I love the show that it puts on for the stream, like playing SCP and stuff. It's just not. I psychologically I can't handle it. I swear I'm not memeing when I say when like after an hour of streaming SCP I'm like, guys, I'm gonna have to stop. It's like the anxiety gets too much. I'm like up to here in anxiety. I'm sweating. I'm feeling bad. It's really hard to deal with for me. SFan and a bunch of other big streamers were Classic WoW players. Without Classic WoW, were before Classic WoW was even a thing for Blizzard. Okay. Feels like on Twitch you have to be good at games, very charismatic, funny, attractive as hell, and have at least 2 of those 3. Yeah, absolutely. And you forgot lucky, yeah. Or well, the thing. Well, right now, let's be real. The thing that right now happens to become big on Twitch, from what I see, is you only become big on Twitch if you already have a following. So only 2 kinds of people appear on Twitch and are good, or like have a big channel. People who already have a following, so celebrities, pro gamers, that kind of stuff. Or orbiters. If you're an orbiter, you get the boost from someone else's following, and then you can grow. If you're not in either category, like a friend of someone famous or someone famous, you're not gonna. There is no discoverability on Twitch. There's none. I'm like right now I'm streaming the politics section. That kind of works. Grow faster so I can orbit you. I'm trying, Chao. I'm trying. I swear. This is still one of my most viewed clips.
I knew it too!
Fuck, I didn't show it, sorry.
Fuck you, Neil. How about that?
Elysium is a lost cause, yeah. He's addicted to New World.
I knew it too!
I follow some streamers who are purely popular purely because of skill. Yeah, and that happens, absolutely. Time to become Mouton's Mouton. I have no in on Mr. Mouton. Let's be real. Okay. And I didn't do that for like any cloud chasing. I once sent Mr. Mouton when he made a tweet that's saying that he felt bad and stuff, and that was when I was spending a lot of time on DGG. I guess I was getting a bit like parasocial with Mr. Mouton. I sent him a message, like he tweeted something about feeling bad, and I sent him a message like, I hope you get good, some blah blah blah. He never responded. Have you finished Disco Elysium? Nope. I'm still on the 2nd day. I haven't played it at all since last time. I know Mr. Mouton comes into streams.gg from time to time, but let's be real, he's never gonna interact with me or with anyone. He's just there to like watch a movie or stream a movie from time to time. Like Soto, honestly, what I said, I think like Nusinov, it was kind of nitpicking, but really the thing is you already need a following. That is the real thing. You can look at any kind of game category and find people that are really, really good at the game and that are at the bottom of the category. Let's like look at Valorant. Let's look at Valorant and look at the smallest streams. As a wait, not the channel, the category. Viewers low to high. Bronze 4. Okay, Bronze 4 is not good. I swear, maybe not at 0 or 1 viewers, but I swear we're going to be able to find like Immortal or Radiant players with 5 viewers. That's not hard to find. Your hair starts thinking back to Bob Ross. I know. I'm so happy with it. I feel like if I remove this, I kind of have the Vegeta haircut. I was memeing, but he did chat during F1 here for a while. Yeah, I know. That's the luck part. Yeah, for sure. That is the luck part too. Or like I know, like aside from luck, the only way of making it is to like I'm saying, is to already have a following. Either leech someone else's following or already have one. Man, there's so many 1 viewer streams. Holy shit. Like this guy's smurfing in plat, so he's way better than plat, I would assume. Wait, is this a VTuber? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is ugly as fuck. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Spike here.
Hello. I want to see if it's like animated when he talks and stuff.
Yo. What up?
Okay, it's not animated. Rip.
30 seconds left.
Is it?
His mic's not loud enough. Or like game sounds are too loud, you can't hear him talking. This is some low energy shit. But hey, good luck with the stream. The saddest of all streams are 0 viewer streams. Don't care enough to open their own stream. To be fair, it's not that they don't care enough. It's that they're like, I understand how it feels bad, like opening your own stream. It feels bad. So you're going for lucky. I don't have a choice in that. I'm going for lucky and I'm going for YouTube stuff. That's what I'm doing. And I'm only going for YouTube stuff thanks to like Bukra helping me like doing the editing. Like, let's be real, because I was being terrible with editing videos. Because people like Shroud, for instance, really the only thing he's exceptional at as a streamer is grinding and is God Gamer. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, there's so much, like 99% of Twitch, all Twitch is that. Yeah, 90%, absolutely. Most Twitch is like 0 viewer streams, absolutely. I did that mostly for recording my gameplay. Yeah. Scuffed, so fucking scuffed. Seeing all the 0 viewer streams who still respond to chat like that immediately just makes me sad. Yeah. Their PC can't handle their stream open. I don't. There's a difference between opening your stream 10 times and 1 time. Absolutely, I agree. Like, there's nothing wrong with keeping your stream open. On contrary, you have to have your stream open in case there's issues with the stream. Like, I'm looking mostly at my screen in front of me, but I turn to the right, I see OBS. Here, let me show you what I see. Let me show you. I'm gonna switch the display capture, show you my setup on my other screen. Properties, display. Which display is this? No, it's this one. There you go. Like I turn on my head and I see the chat. I see my own stream here for like the way it's being captured, and I see the stream the way it's being rendered in my stream here. It's perfect. Like I need all that to make sure that everything's going well, right? Nothing wrong with that. Bank account. Oh, there's no... Fuck, you made me look. You fucking made me look. Fuck me. Because I had my PayPal open earlier to check some stuff. I disagree. LSF is a huge pusher for new content creators as well, but to be fair, they mostly push weird dudes or pretty Asian girls. No. LSF only pushes the fucking top 5 streamers. What are you talking about? LSF, 99% of LSF is Hassan, Destiny, Miskif, and XQC and Trainwrecks. That's literally 99% of LSF. No fucking way is LSF a good place to get discovered. Or maybe it is, and then I need you guys to post more of my clips on LSF. Because self-promotion is a bannable offense on LSF, by the way. A creative community can also really help you. Bank account leaked. Just make it onto LSF 5-head, yeah. Honestly, if there's no guarantees, I don't think you should spend a lot of time streaming if it doesn't pay off. That's not to say I don't want to watch, it's more that you should do it for fun, not for money. Absolutely, and I do it because it's fun. I know I'm not going to get money for it at this point. It feels like on Twitch you have to be good at games where you... But honestly, I would love to professionalize it. I always have my stream open, so I have a viewer. Absolutely, yeah. Hot Chubby, Genie, TTY, Trainwrecks were made by LSF. Dude, they were already like 1,000 viewers. I don't know for Hot Chubby and Ginny, but they were already like 1,000 viewers big when they started getting noticed by LSF, aren't they? And really important, LSF was not the same 3 years ago as it is now. LSF now is probably a terrible place to get discovered. I also hate monitoring the stream via OBS preview. I have it hidden. Oh, that's fair. I like having it there. That's my second monitor setup too. Poggers. Bank account scene. Ray. Oh, Valkyrie. Baze. Oh yeah, Forzen clips too. Yeah. You say that, but people do still go viral via LSF clips. Both are true. Okay. Then, guys, I need you to post my good clips on LSF. I can't do it, and I'm not gonna make a sock puppet to do it. FYI, mods and I think VIPs can't post either. Yep. Mods aren't supposed to... mods count as self-promotion as well. It's more than that. If your stream has something unique that would appeal to people on places like LSF, you will get popular. That is true. That is actually true. For sure. That type of streamer is not popular anymore, just a straight-up gamer, not really there. It's all Hazan-type people, Miskiff, yeah, absolutely. Did you like Dune? I loved Dune. I thought Dune was amazing. Have you gone to TwitchCon? I've never been to TwitchCon. Unmods everyone. Yeah, I need to unmod everyone so you can fucking post on LSF, absolutely. I got banned for that when Dark Viper AU was 100 viewer Andy. Wait, banned for what? What were you banned for? Oh, for posting like LSF clips? Or clips on LSF? Can you write my name on the whiteboard and also swing your dump truck ass in front of a cam at the same time? I actually can. I absolutely can. Here. I'll do it just for you, Kaktofelkov, because I like you. Man, the contrast between the old Moober and the new one, it's insane. It is. It is. The new Dune, the old Dune is so bad. Still waiting for that programming stream. I don't think it will ever happen, but I still have hopes. I'm so sorry. It'll happen someday. Yeah, I think it's pretty cringe posting your own clips, but imagine having a super sick clip. Yeah, I know. And I have some cool clips. I have some cool clips that I might have some success. The new Reddit bullshit didn't show the full rule list. Yeah. Look, I'm honest. Like if you guys like the stream and if you want to help me, potentially grow, please do post like good clips on LSF. And I mean good clips, not like weird shit. Not like inside jokes, stuff that's actually funny when they're out of context. What about making a clip compilation for YouTube? Yeah, that's something that would be good. That could make a good intro video as well, like intro to the channel video. Having streams as a pool to stream to is also really invaluable. Absolutely, that's the only reason I have 20 viewers right now. It's thanks to streams. Well, not the only reason. I like Andrew, Chinchilla, Chow. Like Chinchilla and Chow, that's through networking, through like Elysium and stuff. That I met you guys, and then Andrew is from. I think Andrew, you started watching when I was playing Deus Ex. I only post Pepe Hepe clips to LSF. Good one. Because even just having a reliable 15 to 20 viewers automatically is huge. It's mega huge, absolutely. Well, it's not reliable because if I stream Valorant, it goes down to 10, but it's huge, absolutely. I don't want to take away from what your streams are like because I enjoy them very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shameless networking, yes. Who's Elysium? Does he stream? No, he doesn't. He pretends he pretends he's a streamer, but he doesn't. Oh, and Frank on Facebook, repping the Facebook stream. All right, so we got a Kartoffelkopf. You want to be on the whiteboard? Let's get you on the whiteboard. Let's make him a nice potato. There you go. Kartoffelkopf. We appreciate you, Frank. Hey, you see that? You're appreciated. Got the potato. As far as I know, Elysium is a New Worlds tester that sometimes streams. Oh yeah. Any more requests for the whiteboard? I saw that programming streams are getting 50 to 100 viewers or so, depending on content. There are some really popular programming streamers, yes. And they do get like 50 to 200 viewers. Absolutely. Now draw ferret lol. Oh, that's gonna be hard. What also works for super small creators, 0 to 5, is to stream a dead game. But high chances they won't stick around if you leave that category. Yeah. So I did that with Deus Ex, right? Streaming and playing the old Deus Ex was actually huge in that way. I was playing basically a dead retro game, and people were coming to watch it. Draw SCP-173. Let him watch you from across the room. Oh fuck. I'm gonna regret drawing that. That's a good idea though. And I actually had, like, Andrew was one of the people who followed me out of Deus Ex, and I had another one who also followed me, and he stopped watching really quick. I think it's when I started talking about politics. I said something that he didn't like, and he never came back. So that's also the risk. I think, to be fair, the fact that my stream is very often political is not good for, like, in pure growth. Because I'm not full on grifting, so it's not like I can just leech viewers from a political perspective. But I'm also, well, saying like political stuff, so I'm gonna piss people off and lose viewers to that. Oh yeah, there was that girl who said it was fine to scam men out of drinks by promising sex and leaving. Whatever happened to her? Yeah, she's never coming back. Just have better opinions, forehead. Yeah. Okay, wait, let me think about this. How do I draw Peanut Guy? Wait, that's scuffed. I'm terrible at drawing, by the way. If you can tell. Oh, the lights in there. Amogus. Unless, I hope I'll come back here in 2 years and see you getting tons of viewers. I hope you don't leave for 2 years. What the fuck? Stay here, dude. Don't leave me. Don't leave me alone playing SCP. Unless I'm solely playing the game, I'm on just chatting even when playing the game. Yeah, I understand that. Just draw a peanut with the potato face? No. You should have bought her a drink, I guess, yeah. Just grift as a commie until you get big enough. Forehead. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to see that. You guys remember when I told you about the guy who who knocks on my door and like how do you say it? He sells me this magazine for the local Communist Party. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to their conference. They have a conference about politics on Saturday. And I want to go see it and see what their shit's like, and like talk more with him and be honest, like, because I never really told him that I'm not a communist, but I want to go see them and like have a good discussion with some people involved in politics. I think it'll be interesting. No, I like the part where she was like, well, if I'm out at a bar and like the guy wants to fuck, I might as well get paid for it. Yeah, she was. Look, she also came into chat talking about how she had bipolar disorder and all that stuff. So, you know, she was obviously not the most stable of people. I'm not leaving, came for the memes and stayed for the Giga Chat personality. Oh shit, thank you. SCP-173. I need to look up a reference picture for the colors. Alright. So let's use the black pen a bit more. So we got the basic outlines here. But I need to give him the little cheeks, little black dots on the cheeks. The like weird black line here. The little weird nose thing here. And the little weird mouth thing here. All right, there we go. Now I need the what the fuck? That's the SCP-173. Are you not familiar with the SCPs, Senpai Chao? Okay, red now. So we have red on the side of the head. Just like a little dot here. And then... Okay. Cool. Only the S&P. I'm into the S&P 500. The S&P 500, good one. And now some green. This looks like the baby alien from Eraserhead. Nice. So it's a monster in the SCPs. There we go. Got the eyes in. And we're done. Let me show you the result. One of the best films from David Lynch. I haven't seen it. I'm so sorry. Why are you using an image reference? He's standing right behind you. Just look. Fuck you. There you go. Look at it. We got our own little cute little SCP. Our own cute little SCP-173. Just there. Comfy SCP. Don't watch it, it's a trap. I'm making that emote now. Honestly, that would be a sick emote. Yo, dog, why are you drawing dicks on Twitch? I lost my job. Hey, good one. Your drawing looks like Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac has a lot of body horror, and body horror is part of what makes this SCP so horrific. Genuinely, it does. Oh yeah, this is the original one. This is actually the original one. What happened to IRL streams? What happened is that I've been terrible at organizing them properly. Like there is some level of preparation that goes into making an IRL stream, and I haven't been doing it properly. That's what's happened. I really need to do them more, or get back to doing them. I'm sorry. I actually worked a bit on them, not that much, but I've figured some stuff out on the Streamlabs app I'm using. So I'm gonna, I should be able to do more IRL streams, and with better production quality. The way he's sticking out his booty is really, yeah, that's part of the joke. The booty of the statue is a big part of the joke. SCP-173, Anomaly Breach 2. Anomaly Breach 2 is another SCP game. It's a horror multiplayer strategy game. It's based on SCP Containment Breach, which I'm currently playing, inspired by the SCP Containment Breach Nine-Tailed Fox mod. The way he's oh yeah, I already read that. The IRL streams also cost money, which is kind of sad. Do they? I mean, it depends on what I do. Do you STP? What is STP? What does that mean? I don't know if they... It depends on what I do. Whether... Oh, ST Peach? Hells yeah. I don't know if I can say that they cost money, but yeah, I guess like eating out costs money, stuff like that. But I don't mind that too much. Though there is a problem too with that. Since right now, it's starting to get too cold outside to... It's getting too cold to eat outside. Like on the outside of the restaurants and stuff. And streaming inside is very dependent on like Wi-Fi or... wear a jacket, you dummy. I don't want to be like covered in a jacket while I'm eating. When I'm eating, I want to be comfy. But sure, that actually works. Like I'll probably be like I'll probably do it anyways. I'm planning on I want to be doing You Will Dominate. I will. No, I really do want to do more IRL streams. I really do. I have some ideas. I want to do I want to go for a walk in do an IRL stream in the Floral Park. It's one of my favorite parks in Paris. That's what I'll do. It will be a hurricane and I will eat outside. Good luck with that. So I want to go to the Floral Park and do an IRL stream there. I want to do more like chilling, going to like a restaurant and stuff streams. But like that, I really need to be with someone. I was thinking my girlfriend wants to eventually show up on stream, so I might just like do IRL streaming with her. We've talked about it. I think that would be a good plan. I need to like organize that though, because she's working during the day. So yeah, there's that too. Gonna have to figure it out. Also, one thing that did not help with the IRL streaming was that I did a lot of I was working. I will IRL stream with IRL friends, but I will 100% get banned. Why? Have you streamed while she's there before? Yeah, I've streamed while I streamed where somebody she was like on my bed, reading a book and stuff, and I was streaming. But she's never appeared on stream. Like that like that old 70-year-old dude that's pretty much standing in the ocean saying, "Yeah, the hurricane is really taking off right now." Yeah. So I have streamed when she was around, but she's not appeared on stream yet. I don't know. It's something to try out. One thing I'd be worried about is her getting like really anxious, but it's okay because we will go to karaoke and it's 100% guaranteed that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I cannot say the title to that song. But yeah, I need to think about it. I need to like ask her. I need to ask her about the IRL streaming when we could do that. Because she works during the day, so it would have to be like during a weekend or stuff, and she tends to be busy too with her own stuff during the week. Wow, policing song titles. Literally 1984. No, literally Nazi Germany, Senpai Chao. That's the go-to. Just fucking go for it. Just dive right into it. Speaking of 1984, I was watching something today earlier. I figured would be good like stream content. Interview with
But he left one final warning.
1984 is, I believe, a quite terrifying masterpiece. So terrifying, in fact, I don't think I should like to read another like it.
I am not absolutely dissatisfied with it. I think it is a good idea, but the execution would have been better if I had not been under the influence of TB when I wrote it.
You once claimed that you have an ability to face unpleasant facts. Is that what you've demonstrated in 1984 by drawing an accurate portrait of the future?
I think that allowing for the book being, after all, a parody, something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment,
interviewed from bed, yeah.
There will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen.
Forehead.
It depends on you.
Just don't let it happen. Don't. Abolish the orgasm. Already well on that when it comes to women. Good job. By the way, Oliver of that Late Now show did a piece about Taiwan. React content? Pause champ? Uh-oh. John Oliver, Taiwan. It's there. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I can't stream it because I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Otherwise I would click it. I would click it, but I can't. Took these words to heart, that's why Neyman took these words to heart, that's why he's always such a coomer. True. I'm fighting back against the abolishment of the orgasm. Taiwan, what's that? It's a province of China. Sorry, I'm sorry. There's literally a text channel for content suggestions. Oh shit. Fucking Chow got him. Alright. Anyways, it's late. It's late. I appreciate everyone hanging out, but I'm gonna end it now. Thank you for watching. Gonna have a great stream planned for tomorrow. I still don't know what I'm gonna actually do. Maybe we do the IRL stream tomorrow. Maybe we do some IRL tomorrow. That would be pretty dank. It's 7:30. Not here. It's 1:30 a.m. It's 1:30 here. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. And bye-bye. How much money would I have to give you for you to bomb China and India? Well, the problem is I don't have any bombs, and the cost of the bombs, from what I've seen, bombs are pretty expensive. So just the material costs would be, you know, around a few million, hundreds of millions of dollars, probably. And then on top of that, you would have to pay me enough to want to, like, murder a bunch of people, which I honestly am not a big fan of that. I probably would not want to bomb China or India. Let alone both. I'm not a big fan of killing people, if it's possible to avoid it, you know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll hook you up with $500. Hey, for $500, I can write your name on a whiteboard. That's what I can do here. I gotta work with what I got, okay? Wait, how did he just sneak India in there too? I don't know. I don't know why. I'll buy you a burger. Souped up recipes. I found a new best girl. Check it out. Well, this looks good. She's making Chinese dishes. That looks pretty dank. All right, we're gonna watch some food porn tomorrow. I think that's what's going on. Unless we do the IRL stream tomorrow. Write it in your left butt cheek, dude. If you give me $500, I'm writing it on my left butt cheek. No problem. I'm writing shit on my butt cheek for $500. No cap. On a stack. You should have a donor reward of putting the user's name in your work's code comments. That would be so dumb. That would be great. That looks very social credit score positive. Yes, that is a sentence. That's almost a coherent sentence. And showing me. I mean, of course you would require proof, absolutely, and we would figure it out. I cannot show my butt cheek on stream, unless I go for the. I actually could show it if I go for the if I do another bathtub stream. But I didn't really plan on doing another bathtub stream anyways, so yeah, I think that can be arranged, okay? That being said, I somewhat doubt you're gonna. Did you just play my grammar and then not even tell what is wrong? Maybe get an OnlyFans account? No, I'm not gonna. I see this is not an educational stream. It is not. There no longer has the educational tag. I need to put it back in. Some random on the street offered Alinity and Emiru 5k to flash them, and Alinity said at least 50k. Based. Look, I could. Yeah, I know. Women are shameless. I'm shameless too. I'm not a woman. Although I can put on a skirt, but I'm not a woman. Streamers are shameless. I would do it too. Absolutely, we would do it. Let's be real. No, but seriously, you could. I would totally do it. I would totally like write a name on my butt cheek for $500. Not yet, at least. Not yet, indeed. Anyways. Okay, enough stalling. Yo, thanks for watching. Same time, same deal tomorrow. Either IRL streaming or just some casual React, some Valorant, whatever. Maybe I'll continue SCP. I need to like actually continue SCP every day, honestly, but I probably won't. It's too hard on me. Fuck, you keep linking me things. Okay, Imager is not working for me. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with it. Like, this is the... Oh, someone linked this earlier, too. Fuck, it's a Kino link. I don't know if it's safe. This is pretty cool. I love Tesla coils. That's pretty cool. Clicking the /GIF link, I know. Oh, you did it. You did the comfy SCP emote. Holy shit. That's really fucking good. I like it. I don't know if anyone will want it, but I like it. Yeah, Tesla coils are the best defensive building in Command and Conquer. I love it when they zap something. I never played Command and Conquer. Alright. Good night to Alfonsoberg. Good night from Sweatistan. Oh, nice. Good night to Sweden. Good night, everyone, wherever you are. Or good day. Time zones, you know, all that stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Goodbye stream. And goodbye screen. Bye.